would say, feeling silly at the same time, she decided, let me go and catch some fish. I need to have a taste of the waters, of the water beings. He slipped around, went to the river, making sure that nobody sees him. And he caught two of these golden, beautiful fishes. One was silver, like the moon. The other one was goldish blue, with the colors of the waters. He caught these fishes, and he took them home, and privately he roasted the fishes and ate it. Now the wife was always complaining because this man would sleep the whole night and woke up during midday, when other men and other women had awoken very early in the morning to go to the field to plow the field. He was amazed. And so always complaining, Baba, please wake up. We need to have food here in the house. He said, don't worry, nature will provide. And then he said to his wife one day, I've got something very, very delicious. Today we are going to have a beautiful dinner and a beautiful supper. Something extraordinary, something delicious, something salty, something crispy. The wife was so excited. That's how a man should be. Not knowing that the man was cunning. When it was midday, as usually, he slipped around, went to the river. And when he saw people, he pretended to be plowing the field. And when the people moved away, he would go to the river. And he caught 4 fishes, 4 of the most sacred fishes. And also took some water, the most sacred water in life, which no one was allowed to drink. The fishes which people are not allowed to eat. And he took them home and they roasted, and it was crispy, salty, delicious, and the smell was like that. And the smoke was moving around like a mist, as usual, like the mist that we see on top of the river. And when it was time to eat, there was that smell, the smell of the vegetation, of the mountains, of the caves, of the waterfall. That smell was inside the house. It was as if the mountains, the rivers, the waterfalls, the caves, and the oceans had come together and surrounded the house. They ate, badla. Having the wife cooked uputu, that kind of a porridge. And also added umpologoko with the beans, the serpent, and all types of nemifino, tepe, umroho, umfino, all these delicious, namazambane, potatoes, and even sweet potato, or patata. They ate. Until their belly was full, so the suit. Papata of tongue, sleep overcame them. They slept. And my daughter, while sleeping, it was as if he was semi-asleep. He was asleep but awake. He was in that state of being awake but he's asleep. And in that state, he could see the mist was filling the house. And you could hear the flashing of the water. And you could hear the gulping, as if water were making bubbles like boom, 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 boom. As if there were frogs, as if the fishes were jumping. And you could see the beautiful, the golden black. The water snakes moving. he could see the waves. He could see the sharks. He could see, he even saw the octopus, the sacred octopus, which has got tentacles and eyes. It's got that brain. They were dancing. It was floating in the house. It was like the universe itself, the planets were moving around. He stood up. He woke up and stood up, trying to find out, where am I sleeping? Because I'm in the house. He said, Nomsa. Nomsa was fast asleep. It was already dawn. Then it became sunrise. And he woke up feeling that he was no longer the same. He had changed. And his heart, his conscience, was beating fast, saying to him, I had warned you not to drink from the sacred rivers. He was shaking, realizing that he has done something wrong. Something is going to happen. And we are told that it didn't take long. The river began to be dry. Some fishes were floating into the water, they were dead. Others who were around the river, they saw a very big mist. And within the mist, it was the river itself, half of it. It was moving away from the environment, migrating to another area. And people rushed, they went to the king. They found the king sitting with the king, with the queen, and the royal advisors. Surprisingly, even the diviners, Abangomo, who were there, they were fast asleep too. The sleep was a trance to them because they were following the river which was moving. The one that woke up crying. The body was vibrating. It was like a leaf floating into the air. The king asked, what was happening? What is happening now? What's the matter? What's the matter? What is happening here? One of the advisors said to Kosiam, things are very terrible. The river is no longer, we don't have a river here. It is dry. The king and his advisors, they assembled together, rushed to the wilderness. They went to the river, but the river was no more. The shiny brown stones were dry. The sand, which was usually wet, it was now hot. The heat of the sun, the water was no longer there. The fishes that used to jump, play, they were no longer there. Soon the vegetation, the reeds, umhlanga, along the river, piece by piece it became dry and it died. The king became worried to an extent of crying. It is said that the queen, the royal queen, cried very, very loud, putting her hands on her head, said to Kosiam, what have you done? The whole village was called to come and testify, to report, to confess. My daughter became thinner and thinner. He lost weight. He came crawling amadolo, walking on knees. His wife, Nomsa, packed her things, went away. Went back home, realizing that the punishment that the king might offer would definitely be a death sentence. My daughter approached the royal council and the king and said, Kosiam, my king, mjampe umthetho the laws of the ancestors, I have disobeyed them. I have eaten from the sacred river. I took the children of the waters. I ate them. Today I'm sick. My mind is no longer the same. I am mad. My wife has divorced me. My cows are being stolen. They've disappeared. My sheep and goats have been attacked by jackals and hyenas. I am no longer umuntu. I don't deserve to live. The king said, no, there's no punishment for you. The drought that you are going through, it will live with you forever. No one is going to touch you. You are not going to spill blood. The founding ancestors and the goddess, Umama, Unamkwibulana, Uchobela, Unkiji, she's the one who's going to see what she's going to do to you. And so it became a lesson in life that our duty as human beings, we are caretakers of our Mother Earth. Never, ever, ever disobey the things that our ancestors have taught us to honor in nature. But now what you are faced with today, we are faced with terrible situations. Our rivers are polluted with acid mine drainage. Today, people are buying water. Not because water is a scarce. Water is not a shortage. Water it is there, but water it is polluted. Because mankind, business people, the capitalists, they don't care about our mother. Through mining, it was creation when the mother sent her son Ukamata. The mother Uchogela sent her son Kamata to create the mountains, to create the field, to create the forests. She used radon, she used diamond, she used many minerals so that we human beings we can be able to live on the surface of the earth. She used a lot of minerals. She created minerals because these minerals are also part and parcel of her. The pain that the earth feels. Now we're facing that challenge. As our nature has been ravaged for many decades. Through mining, through air pollution, industries that emit gases into the sky. Perhaps in future you'll be told you have to pay for breathing. We don't know. Perhaps they'll say you have inhaled so much of oxygen. Now we have to pay so that they can allow you to breathe. We're having a situation of chemtrails. Chemtrails are this aeroplane that we see, they spray in the sky. Yeah. They make a line, you see that, they spray. Nobody tells you what are they spraying. If you remember very well, how that thing which we call, which was given many code names, CBD, or COVID-19, 20, and so forth, the Omega, and things like that. What happened before that? We used to see a lot of chemtrails. It is happening in South Africa. 3 months won't just come to pass without you seeing a chemtrail in the sky. We are faced with that situation of redressing the things that we're not supposed to do. This is a life lesson as you go through these prophecies which we've been foretold that we must never do certain things. Taking care of ikhwelo, especially rivers, especially mountains, especially forests, deforestation, throw chemicals into the water that was supposed to drink, and other animals must drink. One is put as peel and other, but we're not doing that. This is one story that you must learn from it, that what we do, it must not harm in nature, because we live in nature.
Weba bangahlupheka mina.